Here you can see a very old vise that I found laying next to the trash in an alleyway, and I decided to pick it up because at the time I didn't have one, and when I first installed it I was very happy, but then it grew on me. It grew on me and I started to notice things I didn't like about it, including the way it rotates. And as you can see, the space that it rotates on is very uneven, and I don't like it. As you can see, when I'm rotating it here, it glides on notches, and you use this screw to fasten the whole vise into place. However, this is not always the best option because the upper half of the vise gets left in a crooked position. The first step into fixing this issue is removing the whole vise itself. Now I'm going to have to get under it and unscrew the bottom screws. Once it came off the bench, you can clearly tell that there's a bolt holding the top and bottom sections together, and you can clearly see how crooked it gets when the screw is fastened in place. However, I did tighten everything up before I started welding. And speaking of welding, this is what I'm going to use to weld. Now, I built them myself, and I know what you may be thinking, but it's not supposed to be pretty, it's supposed to be functional, and it's just a backup welder anyway. It doesn't produce the best of results, but it's gonna do the job today, and maybe I can do a video on it in the future. The blue vise you see here to the left is the one my dad bought for himself for the garage. Now this blue vise has a fastener on either side of it, making it really good for positioning it in any other direction without it being crooked. I could put another fastener on the vise that I'm welding and make it the same as the blue one, but I'm more used to a fixed vise, and I hardly ever need to position this vise in any other direction, so I might as well just weld it. I'm also securing this vise to the bench so I don't mess up when I'm welding it. Now, it should go without saying, I do not recommend building your own welder and trying to do this because I am a trained idiot and I sort of know what I'm doing. I'm imagining a whole long list of people saying that I'm welding wrong and that there's too much power in the welder, there's so many sparks. Okay, I get it. I know what's wrong. I'm just using this as a backup welder. Please forgive me. Time to put it back together and see if it's better than it once was. When I was filming this, these welds looked much more better on the camera screen than in this video, but I digress. They're not pretty either way. At least they work. I'm using a hammer here to test if I secured the vise properly or not, and the bounce from the hammer tells me this thing is going nowhere. Usually it wouldn't be like this. Every time I would hit the vise it would wobble in some sort of weird way, so this is nice for a change. Thanks for watching.